Well, Treasury Secretary Tim Geithner is also on the road. He's in the Middle East selling the U.S. He's telling business and investment leaders this country is still a safe and good place to invest. How's the message being received? Jan Randolph follows sovereign wealth funds as Director of Sovereign Risk at I.H.S. Global Insight in London. He joins me now. Jan, like Willie Sutton, the Secretary's going where the money is. He's trying to get a lot of that oil money we're spending put back into the United States as investments. How's his message being received?
Well, it has echoes of the Beijing trip, meeting the creditors. And like everyone now, we're all looking for investment, and we're less choosy about that. I think America's, Geithner is trying to make it absolutely clear that America is an investment destination. It's still the country with the greatest opportunities. The depth and breadth of opportunities, even in recession, are still there. But I think he wants to reassure the sovereign investors, particularly the central banks who invest in U.S. treasuries, that America will be on a fiscal stability path after the stimulus. Well, I think that's quite important for debt investors.
Sovereign wealth funds spent much of 2008 and 2009 investing in Lehman Brothers, Morgan Stanley, Citigroup. Lost of money. Are they once burned, twice shy?
Absolutely. I think that's certainly the case. I mean, the investment proposition is much more risky now. I think everyone has come to the conclusion that the credit crunch was going to be a lot deeper, a lot worse than first thought. Not quick turnaround but be made here. And on top of that, you've got the regulatory questions involved in banking, which adds a bit of risk and uncertainty. So is it a worth risk taking? No, generally speaking. So they're looking elsewhere. I think it's important to understand from where they're coming from. What we've detected over the last 2 quarters, it's very much a home bias. These Middle Eastern economies are contracting, and the public sector is expected to, just like in the West, pump prime the economy to prevent the private sector from contracting. And the sovereign wealth funds are very usefully being tasked by their government owners to do that, either to fund deficits directly or to support their banks or to provide alternative refinancing when their domestic banks won't do so. So they're very much a home bias. But having said that, they're still looking out overseas. The Saudis, the UAE are looking for more pragmatic investments, tie up with General Electric, transfer technology. Right. That makes more sense for them.
Well, thank you. Jan Randolph, Director of Sovereign Risk at I.H.S. Global Insight, live from our bureau in London.